is Doug with JOB. Normally I'm helping you find a position, but today what I'm going to do is an unboxing of a brand new Casio watch. And actually I say unboxing in quotations because there isn't any box. I bought this at Kohl's department store, and this is the way they sold it. There is no tin, there's no box. It literally just comes on this little stand here. And in fact, on the side of the stand, you pull out the owner's manual, and there's a warranty card, and of course just the tag for the watch. But very, very nice watch. In fact, this is the Casio model number AQS810W-1AV. So let me pull in a little bit closer and show you this watch. According to the Casio website, and once again, this is a brand new model that just came out, but the list price on it is $54.95. I bought this at Kohl's, and if you'll notice here on the, let's see if you can see that. I don't know if that's focusing in or not, but it says $65. But Kohl's had it on sale 30% off, which brought it to $45.50. And it just so happens this weekend they sent me a coupon that was for 15% off of any item. So I applied that, so the watch ended up being $38.64. So not a bad deal on this watch. But taking this off, and to show it a little bit closer to you, the face itself, let me see if I can do a macro on this. But it's a solar-powered watch, and I was looking at G-Shocks, I was looking at the Edifice watches. I wanted kind of like an Ani-Digi, which an Ani-Digi is part analog and then part digital too. And I was really wanting it to be solar-powered, and both of those, both the Edifices and the G-Shocks, I mean, to get those features, you're looking at least $150, if not like $200+. And believe it or not, this one, of course, was $38. It's a 46-inch across, so it's a pretty big watch. Some of the things that I really like about this watch, the face itself, it's a 3D face. So if you look in there, you can see that all of those like markers have 3 dimensions to them. You can see the solar cell below, and underneath at the lower, right around 6 o'clock is where the digital part is. But oh, and there's all heavy-duty lume on the 12, the 3, the 9, and then the little marker down by the 6. But it has several functions, and oh, and when you're setting it, one thing that's kind of neat, the hands will set to the time that's on the digital, so they like phantomly will move. So here, let me just reset this for you so you can see them move. And I'm just going to change the time zone. So I'll do that and see how the hands are just moving to the time zone itself. So like I said, you actually set the digital part of the watch, and then the analog hands will maneuver to it. But besides having regular time, the next function is where it says high, and hopefully you can see that on that digital screen. That tells you how powerful or how well charged it is from the solar, and mine says high, and pretty much it came that way whenever I bought it. After that is world time, and I believe there are 48 cities that are on this, and right now I just have it set on Paris time. The next is alarm, and I believe there's 4 different alarms. So alarm 1, alarm 2, alarm 3, alarm 4, alarm 5. There's 5 alarms, and then there's a signal which will beep at the hour if you want that on or off. The next feature is timer, and there's actually 2 countdown timers. And then there's a stopwatch, which everybody seems to like doing the stopwatch. And oh, and the functions with the little hand moves. On this side up here is light, which will light up the little window. It doesn't light up the watch itself, it just lights up the digital window. And it's like an amber light. It's not overly all that strong. Down here is the what does it say? Search button, but it's also like start, stop for the timers and stopwatches, things like that. This is your adjust button, and then down here on the lower, about the 8 o'clock position, is the mode button. But then after that, after the stopwatch, then it returns you back to your time. And in the window itself, there's always the seconds that are counting. But then you have three options. This one says Tuesday, and today is Tuesday. The next is the date, which in this case it's June 26th, and it's 2012. And then the last one is is actually the time, so it's 2:38. And then, like I said, the seconds are always going. But, and I'll put this on so you can see what it looks like on my wrist. Oh, and another thing, this is very, very light. Most G-Shocks about this size, and I was looking at several of them, they're coming in at like that 46 size in terms of the case. They're usually coming in at about 70 grams, and this one is coming in at 40, and it is very, very light. I mean, even though it's a big watch, it's pretty substantial on the wrist there, and it, as you can tell, it looks pretty masculine too, which is it's just it's like a military style type watch, but super duper light. And I actually got this yesterday, so even though I was doing my unboxing today, I actually got this yesterday. But and I slept in it all last night, and so many times with my watches, my automatics, like my Rolex or I have a Mont Blanc, and then I do have a G-Shock. Any of those, whenever I sleep with them, I can always tell if they're there. I mean, they're almost too heavy. And in fact, even with my Mont Blanc, which is really a very big watch, it sometimes will actually put my hand to sleep. It's so intrusive. But this thing, you hardly even feel it. I mean, it's amazing how just light this is. But once again, it's a solar. It says tough solar at the top and then illuminator. But very, very nice watch. I guess if I had to complain, and really I'm nitpicking, because once again, this is 38 bucks. It does have a mineral crystal, which everybody wants a sapphire, and the mineral crystal doesn't seem as thick as my Casio G-Shock. So the G-Shock crystals seem to be a little bit thicker. And then other than that, the little window on the digital display itself, in my opinion, could be bigger. But once again, I'm truly just nitpicking, because it's plenty fine to see. I mean, if you had bad eyesight, then maybe you'd have some trouble with it. But I really don't have any troubles with it. But like I said, I tend to like on the digital part it to be pretty big. But all in all, this watch is really very nice. And I wanted to get this video out there because it's a brand new watch. Even myself, I was looking at it, but I never really had a chance to see a video on it because it's so new to actually see what the thing looks like. I could just look at the stock photos that are on the internet. And in fact, I was thinking about ordering it from Amazon, but I had a chance to stop on by my Kohl's. They had it, and they had it on that super duper sale, which was actually cheaper than Amazon. Amazon for this watch is, according to this, which is June 2012, they have it for 43 bucks, and like I said, I got it for $38.64 at locally, and that includes my tax and everything. So in North Carolina. But once again, if you're looking or considering this watch, I have nothing but positive things to say about it. It is absolutely, I mean, it's a sweet watch. So, and another thing, it's not overly tall. Some of my like the G-Shocks are usually like 17 millimeters tall. This one's about 13, and even though that's only 4 millimeters less in height, it's just very wearable. Once again, and because it's so light, it's just a really comfortable watch to wear. So here is the Casio, and this is actually in their sport line, but model number AQS810W-1AV.